Here we are. We are live.
Yeah,
So you've got Mel with
we've got
Allon
mail.
Sasson. Hi, Allon.
Hi, everyone.
So you've been on the show,
That's right.
and just a few words about you before we teach people how to create amazing ebooks for free using our books.
Yeah, I can hear you twice. Now we're fine. So you want one sentence about me?
Two sentences.
Okay, let's do one and a half. So I'm working as a consultant with entrepreneurs and with managers in different industries, help them identify their challenges, help them grow. And I try to focus mainly on entrepreneurs who are in the education field. That means that they want to do something good for the next generation, for the kids, for the youth, for young people, and help them grow, because this is our future. I also teach innovation with SIT, and I do all kind of stuff. Maybe we'll talk about it later, but we've already talked about me in one of our meetings in You've Got Mail. So let's move
So
forward.
so and you're after a very important but secret career.
Yeah.
And companies like our books that are losing money, you help us on a voluntary basis, expecting nothing in return. What's all that about?
Well, I think our books is exactly in the same area as educational entrepreneurs are, because our books brings a special kind of value to the world. You want to share knowledge, you want to share creativity, you want to help young people create and show the world that they can write their own stories, not only the books, not only the technical thing of the book, but also to share their stories. And I think that's a very important thing. And it's a great joy to work with our books and, of course, with you.
And you are a great help to Ran and myself and the other team, um, really helping us focus. And so you're going to ask me now
Yeah.
why it's so easy to create books on our books.
Yeah, you always talk about how easy it is to create books on our books. You tell me that it takes no more than 1 or 2 or 5 minutes, not more than this. So we've tried today, we're going to try to challenge you and show it live that
Okay,
it can be done.
the reason that our books is so simple is because my wife and I, together with Ran, try to establish a platform that anybody, literally anybody, can use. We don't have very many computer skills, and the challenge for Ran Sternin, our CTO and co-founder, was to create a platform that literally anybody could use. So, should we do the jingle or make a book?
I think we'll go for the book, but I'm not sure you can really skip the jingle. So I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, it was a rhetorical question. Can't start. You've got Mel without the jingle. Where's my jingle? It's here somewhere amid all the other things. Here we are. Go.
Get a chair, grab a seat, or we'll sweep you off your feet. We move, we groove, you got Mel. Ease your legs, rest a while, all you gotta do is smile. We're swell, can't you tell, you got Mel. When the show begins, you better hold on real tight, or before you know it, you'll be high as a kite. Take a break, settle down, we're the only show in town. SRO, don't you know, you got Mel. Give it up, don't think twice, we're a hurricane on ice. What the hell, give a yell, ring your bell, show and tell. Mademoiselle, give a smell, you got Mel.
You've got Mel.
Get a chair,
No,
grab
no,
a
no,
seat,
no, no.
or we'll
That's
sweep.
enough.
Once is enough.
Yeah. So, and You've got Mel has Allon Sasson, and together we have our books. So, I'm sharing the screen. Can everybody see it?
I can see it.
Okay, let's hope everybody can see it. So
Yes.
this is the home page of Ourboox, ourboox.com. Okay, and here's the home page. It's got lots of information, books that you can take a look at. It explains what we do and why we do. But let's sign up and make a book. Okay? So, Allon, you stop me if I'm unclear or you have a question. So here's the sign up button. So we're going to sign up. Ourboox collects as little information as possible. We created a website that if we were using it as authors, we would want this kind of website. We don't collect information. Your name. So I already have a name, Mel Rosenberg, in the system. So today I will be Nikita Smith.
Oh, a nice one.
Okay? And you should put your email here, but my email is already used, so I'm going to be Nikita Smith 4298. We don't check the emails because once in a while people don't have internet who work with teachers, and we allow them to create books. And a password. Okay. It's important to read the terms and conditions. Basically, the books belong to the people who write them, and they can edit them at any time, share them, remove them, and we keep very little rights, but we do not allow people to write books with pornography or hateful information or hateful anything. We take those books down. So it's important to read the terms and conditions, and I'll click here, and now I'm ready to create my account. I don't know if I need to save that password. Hello, Nikita, and hello to you too. Welcome. Ready to create your first book? Haha, you bet I am. Okay, so in our book, we can have two different kinds of books. We can have the HTML5 books, which are more exciting and more interesting. We're going to make those today. You can also just upload a PDF file right here, and it becomes a book. So that's even easier. It's less fun. So Allon, if it's okay with you, today we're going to create an HTML5 type of interactive book.
Yeah, you said it's the fun part, so let's try the fun one.
And if you want to another day, we can create a PDF book together. So give a title to your book. What are we going to call our book? Well, one of the things about our books, for better or for worse, is that when we give the book a name, then that name becomes the link. It becomes the URL of the book. So it's always best to do it in English or using Latin letters. Even if the book is in another language, we're going to create the URL best with English. Then we can always change it. Okay? So what do you say we call it Things I Love? Okay? Together with Allon Sasson. Okay, so you won't say that I haven't given you any credit.
Yeah, it's going to be a long list of things that we love.
Okay, so now, yes, we're in the editor, and we can see that our book already has a link. It already has a URL here. We can share the book already, but it doesn't have any content. So let's create some content. Okay, so you see here's our editor. It has two tabs, the editor tab and the rest of the world tab. The default is the editor, and here the default is text. Okay, so here we can write anything. What would you like to write? My favorite animal is a cow. Okay? Just saying. You want another animal?
No, I like the cows.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't have any other favorite animals, so I think we'll go with the cow.
Okay, so I'm going to now take this text, and I can make it bigger here if I want to, and I can color it, and I can do all kinds of other things. You can italicize and so on and so forth. You can also import text, and this will be page 1. Okay, Notice I can always click on page 1 and move it around. But this is my page 1 now. Okay? Now let's have a look at page 2. New page, the green here. I'm going to press the green, and I get a new page. Now the default is text. But if I want to, I can also add pictures. Let's add some pictures. So I press artwork. It informs me that I need to be careful because if I have text on the page, it'll erase it. I'm going to add an image because I don't have any text on that page. And this opens this image bank in which I can drag and drop pictures. So I don't have a cow, but here I have a duck, and I have a heart, and I have some leaves, okay? And I can upload a bunch of pictures together, and they are uploading. Allon, do you have any questions meantime?
No, but now I have a new favorite. Now I am going for the duck. So I think we'll choose the duck.
Okay, so this is what I usually do in these cases is we'll wait for this to upload. And then we will, so ask me something meanwhile while this is uploading.
Yeah, you were saying that it's very easy to move the pages. Did you mean that I can change the order of the pages and now page 1 will be number 3, and maybe if I want to add new pages and to add something that I forgot, I can always change the order of the pages?
Yes, you can add and delete pages whenever you like. And the great thing about the interactive books, as opposed to the PDF books, is that you can always go back and edit them. You save them, you can share them, but anytime you want to, you can go back, add pictures. We're going to do more magic in a moment, but you're always welcome to make those changes. So,
yeah, so
yes,
we are basically talking about a live book and not about a PDF book that is not changing, that never changes.
That's right. So now you see we have the 3 pictures in the editor, and I'm going to select. Hopefully, no, I got the wrong one. So this is actually good because I can just get rid of this here with this X. Okay. And I can also try again. Artwork. Oh, got the wrong one. Okay. So I'm going to have to get rid of this. And okay. So I'm going to add an image. And I'm going to choose the duck. Come on, give me the duck. Yay, duck. Okay, so what I do instead of, because one of the things of writing a book alone is you want to be funny. Okay, my favorite animal is a cow, but I didn't have a picture of a cow. Ducks are okay too. This is a mallard, but so what? Okay, so I have this, and if I want to interchange, as we said, I can move this around. I can make this page 1, and then the text will be page 2. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to ask you, you know, maybe we'll put in, you know, I love the, I love the Amazon River. This is the Allon River, but it's okay. All right, we'll make this nice and big, and we'll make it orange. And then I think that I had a picture. I'm going to add a new page, and I'm going to choose artwork. On any page, you can choose artwork. Just make sure you don't have text when you do that. So here I have a picture of the Allon River. Okay, and don't forget to save. We don't have autosave. We can't afford it. So be sure you save your manuscript regularly. Okay, shall we have a look at it so far?
Yeah, let's see what we've got so far.
Okay, so at any stage, this is what our book looks like. Okay, I'll make it a little bigger here. Okay. Why doesn't it want to be bigger? Okay, we'll worry about that later. And here is our book. Nice?
Very nice.
Okay, but we've just started. Okay. So we're going to go back now to where we were in the editor. Okay. We're going to add a new page. What's your favorite city, Allon?
Oh, New York City. No questions about it.
Okay. So even today when we can't visit there?
Even today, especially today when we can't visit there.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new page and then we're going to make some magic. Because you see here in the editor, we have these magical triangular parentheses. Okay? We're going to open those in a minute and embed from another website. So I thought you were going to choose Israel. So I opened the Google map for you. But you didn't want someplace in Israel, and that's okay. So we're going to write here New York City. And Google Maps will take us to New York City. Okay? You recognize?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, Manhattan just for you. Okay? And what we're going to do now is we're going to share the map from Google. We're going to embed it into the book. So we're going to have a magical book now with a moving map. So I pressed on share. You see where it says embed a map? Okay. So you see this is the triangular parentheses. And this is an iframe. And we are going to copy the iframe. And then we are going to open the source code here, the same triangular parentheses, and copy the iframe. That code is going to allow this map to appear in our magical book. Okay? So we just press OK. And then, believe it or not, we have a moving map inside the book. And we'll see that in a moment. But I'm not finished with the magic. Okay? Would you like to have a three-dimensional figure in your book?
Of course I do.
Okay, so I'm going to write here. I'm going to add a new page. I love 3D. Okay? Make this nice and big. Okay. And we'll color it. And now we're going to add a new page and go into a website that's called Sketchfab. Okay? And people from around the world have created these three-dimensional characters which they sell. But because they want the exposure, I suppose, they allow us to embed three-dimensional characters into our book. So I'm going to ask you to pick one of these.
Wow, that's going to be tough because there are so many beautiful ones. Let's go for the Rushmore Mountain. Yeah.
Really?
No. Just changed my mind because I saw the other side.
How
So
about
let's go.
the dragon, huh?
Yeah, I know you like dragons, and I also like dragons. So let's take the
we'll
dragon.
do the dragon. So you see we have this, and of course you can buy this if you want to, but somewhere around here there is a share button and an embed button. So we'll click on the embed button, and here you see we have this same code, this iframe with the triangular, and we're going to copy it to the clipboard. We're going to go back to Ourboox, and again we're going to open the triangular parentheses, copy the code of the iframe into Ourboox. We're going to save it now. And we're going to have a look at the book, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
So
see what we've got.
let's have a look at the book. Nice. Very nice. Here is your moving map, Allon. Look at this.
Yeah, just as if we are inside the Google Maps website.
Well, because we are in the Google Maps website. That's what embedding does. It takes from one website and puts it in another. So we are actually now in Google Maps. And of course, you can make this bigger and smaller and whatever you like.
That's great.
Almost like being in New York. And of course, you can do Google Earth, and you can embed Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Drive. You can embed everything in Ourboox, except the kitchen sink. And look at this. Have you ever seen a book with a 3D dragon inside?
That moves around.
Did you move around?
Wow. So Mel, in less than 10 minutes, we've got a new book with our title. And
Yeah,
we
we
have text.
don't have a cover yet, though.
We don't have a cover, but we have a title that we chose together. And
Yeah.
we have text, and we have photos, and we have maps, and we have the 3D models.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
1 second. Let's just let's put in a video.
Okay.
Who's your favorite singer?
Oh, well, I love Paul Young from the 80s. Can you find a Paul Young's, one of Paul Young's songs?
Let's try. Okay, so Paul Young. Let's see, Paul Young. We're probably going to embed from YouTube, but you can also embed from Vimeo or wherever you want. Do you want to try and embed this one?
Yeah, Come Back and Stay, one of the greatest.
Okay, let's see if we can find the. Here we are. Share. It's YouTube. Embed. See, we already know what to do. We just copy the iframe, and we go back to Ourboox, and we put it in here. Don't forget to put it inside the source code. And now we already have a video inside the book. Let's do one more thing, and that is let's go into the second tab, okay, and add a cover. Okay, so we can describe the book. This is Allon and Mel's book about what we love. Okay, we can add a genre. If the book is in Hebrew or Arabic, we can click right to left here. Okay, we can decide what genre we want the book to be in. Okay, we can do that later. But what we want to do now is to add the cover, right? So upload a cover, and we get the same file that we had before. So I could have added the cover at an earlier stage. But in order to show you, I could have added it together with everything else. But what I've done here is I've added a cover, okay, that has a picture and a text, a picture from the book and a text. And let's select that. And you're probably going to want to know what's the easiest way to do that. Okay, and I'm going to now see the book. Let's have a look at the book. Okay, our beautiful book now has a cover. So what's the easiest way to create this cover? This is a JPEG. You know, Ourboox allows the following kinds of artwork: JPEG, PNG, and GIF. Or GIF, I never figured out how you say that. And you can use any of those. If you want to create a picture with text, I suggest, for example, you use PowerPoint. And when you've made your picture and text together, you just save it as a JPEG file interchange format. And that will save the picture, or all your pictures, as JPEGs. It's very simple. You can also use Canva. If you're very clever, of course, you can use Adobe or any other, Photoshop. But I'm not that clever, So I use PowerPoint. Canva is also easy. So, our book is ready. It's quite incredible, but even with the teaching, we've managed to create a book very quickly. Let's have a look at it. Has the moving map, 3D pictures, and Paul Young singing from
my
inside the
video.
book. Why can't we hear him though? We should be able to hear him.
Maybe you didn't share your screen with the
Okay. No, but
yeah,
I don't hear him.
with the audio.
Things were getting really crazy.
Okay.
I couldn't go on.
Now
I
we
knew
can
if I
hear.
didn't get myself together soon, I'd fall apart
Okay.
for good. My girl had gone, and I told myself I didn't know the reason, but of course I did. I just had to talk to her.
So, of course, you have the video now embedded within the book. How simple is that?
Very simple. So,
Interactive book.
so Mel, let me
Well-
ask you a question about embedding
Yeah.
all kinds of formats into the book. You showed us that actually every website that allows embedding, that has an embedding option with a triangular parenthesis, can be embedded into Ourboox.
Right.
So will it be that easy with every website?
We've tried dozens. You can embed jigsaw puzzles with jigsaw planets, and there's. You showed me genially. There's so many ThingLink. Teachers are using our books all around the world, and they are embedding dozens and dozens. Padlet, Linolet. Here, I'm going to now put the URL of the book we made here in the comments. Oops, I got it wrong. Here's our book. And I'm going to copy this now in the comments so people can see it. And everybody is welcome to, of course, create their own book on our books and share it with the world.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe that's enough for our first lesson.
Yeah, let's leave some questions for next time, because you still have to show us how to share our books, except for Facebook that you just did. How can we share the books? Maybe how can you use it for educational purposes?
Okay, so first of all, the books are used for educational purposes all over the world. Teachers are creating lessons. Students are creating all kinds of projects about songs, countries, artists, English as a second language. They interview their parents and grandparents and create generational books. They write history books. They educate each other. It's a process that I call reverse literacy. In other words, the kids, instead of being only recipients of books, are actually now becoming authors and sharing their own content with one another. So
And also creating, not just sharing, but creating their own content.
Yeah, exactly. So this is something that's very exciting for us. We have 170,000 books created by about 100,000 writers from around the world. And here we can see ourselves here. So essentially, here is the book link, right? And you can share the book link, okay? But you can also share and embed the book within a book. So you can get an embed code. You can also get a QR code. And you can share your book with social media, email it to friends, and so on and so forth. So actually, you know, if you wanted to, we could embed this book within the same book. It's like having a baby that's you, right? So if we want
Yeah,
to, we can add a new page.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and here we've embedded this book inside this book. I'll do save. How crazy is that?
It is.
So, folks, if you have any questions, just reach out. I guess maybe next time we'll do a PDF book, but it's really so simple. You just take your PDF, drag and drop it, and then you have the other tab. You can add a cover, a few words, a genre, and it becomes a PDF book that you can share in much the same way. So, Allon, Sasson, it's been
Yeah,
great. We created our
it's
first
been
book
great
together.
watching you creating this new book, our shared books, our first book that we created together, I think.
Yeah, for sure. May it
Yeah.
be the first of many.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful week, my friend.
Bye
And
bye.
thank you for joining me on You've Got Mel.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.